Brainstorming and sharing ideas is the funnest part of the creative process. We decided to skip the boring part of actually making stuff and just do the fun part. I'm your host, Tom Walma.
I'm Dylan Farr. I'm the autistic Spitfire. I've come with some weird ideas.
I'm T-Dog the Unfathomable. I can't read my own name.
I'm Josiah Garcia.
And this is Creativity Wasted. So my idea is a movie. I call it The Great Clown Massacre. And it'd be basically a Halloween comedy, like a dark comedy. Basically, it's inspired by a YouTube video that I saw that they were talking about the creepy clown epidemic of 2016. I don't know if you guys remember that, but
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, there were like a few places all around the country. There were people like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I'm just saying it in case somebody's watching who doesn't remember. Like someone in clown makeup would just show up on somebody's doorstep or on the side of the road, and they would just stand there, and it went viral on social media. So in this YouTube video, they were explaining like what really happened, and they said that it was originally based on in Wisconsin. Some amateur filmmakers were making a horror movie, and that was the first creepy clown was in Wisconsin of 2016. So I didn't know that. I didn't know it was actually based on a movie, and then it went viral, and then other people started to do it. Because I don't think the media really told. Did you guys know it was based on a movie?
No, I had no idea at all.
Police just assumed it was like, oh well, they had just released that It movie, the remake, and so I was like, oh,
yeah, it wasn't based on It. It was based on I don't know if it was the same year. Yeah, it might have been.
I don't remember when It came out.
But yeah, it was around that time, but it was based on an amateur horror movie. The other thing I didn't know is that apparently none of the creepy clowns actually like murdered anybody or did anything like that. But people were so angry about the creepy clowns. They showed video of like people. They were in like mobs. There were like hundreds of people in some of these neighborhoods going out with like baseball bats looking for the clowns and saying they would murder them if they ever caught them.
People don't fuck with clowns.
Yeah,
it's unnatural.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like clowns? I'm not afraid of clowns. I don't like clowns. I wouldn't dress up as a
There's just something funny about them.
But anyway, so it turns out that 2 of the creepy clowns were actually murdered in 2016. I didn't know that. They weren't clear in the YouTube video whether it was like an actual mob that murdered them or like a person whose house they were standing in the Ring doorbell or whatever and scared them, or they didn't give the context. But I was sort of amazed, first of all, that 2 of them got murdered and that there were these mobs out looking for them. And so my idea for the movie would be, okay, this same thing happens. There's this creepy clown fad going around. Well, hold on. So, first of all, let me talk. This is my opinion about the creepy clowns. So I think it's kind of dickish to do that. It's kind of like being like a bully. Like, I'm going to make you uncomfortable. I'm going to be a jerk. I'm going to sort of threaten you a little bit, but I'm not going to cross a legal line, so there's nothing you can do about it. So there's sort of a vibe of dickishness to it. But there's also like, well, it's a week before Halloween. It's like a prank type thing. Some people might have like just see it as a prank, or it's like dark humor. There's a lot of comics that we know who have like they like the Joker, or they were juggalos, or they identify with like the creepy clown. I think there's a thing about like people who want to be social and like make people happy, and society just sort of doesn't respond. Like they have a hard time making friends and getting girls and stuff, and so they sort of identify with a creepy clown. It's like, love me, be entertained by me, and everybody else is just repulsed by that. I think some people sort of fixate on it because it's like a goth. It's like an expression of
the way they feel, like the way they see themselves, what they identify with.
Their feeling of being rejected, and it's like a way of just exploding that out into the world, you know. So in any case, it's like there's some negativity to it. There's some bad things about it, but in general, it's like it's not that big of a deal. It's not like I think they should be murdered or anything. It's like it's just a annoying thing. It's like
News headline: Tom Walma calls to murder all clowns, even birthday parties.
But so yeah. So the thing about the movie is that the creepy clowns aren't the bad guys. So I'm like siding with the clowns in a way. But and that's sort of why it's like I'm not saying that it's a good thing to be a creepy clown, but there's not like they're all serial killers.
It's not like a Nazi. It's not like being like a skinhead.
Yeah. So anyway, so in the movie, there's this creepy clown fad, and there's these mobs of people who say they're gonna attack the clowns, and so basically, a creepy clown gets murdered by just a teenager, not a mob. And what happens is he claims self-defense, the kid does, and the judge just dismisses the case, doesn't even bring it to trial, and this happens like right away. But the media only covers the other thing about the movie is like the media only covers the creepy clown as, oh, it's scary. They don't cover like the truth of it, just like how they didn't tell us that the mobs were the people killing the clowns in real life. They just made it out clowns bad, normal people who don't like the clowns, they're the good guys, whatever. So, but the clown communities do find out the truth that this kid murdered this clown. So they go and they take the kid's family hostage in the movie, and they want to demand a fair trial against this kid who murdered the clown. And again, so the media is still lying, and they're saying, isn't it horrible that this kid was attacked by one clown, and then now he's being attacked by a whole team of clowns? Like, they don't even mention the murder trial or anything. Oh, the other thing is, after the murder trial, there's a YouTube video where the kid is saying, oh, if I see a clown, I'm going to beat the shit out of him. It's like, so obviously he's guilty, but he still gets off, and the media still covers it. They don't mention that. They cover it as this sweet, innocent kid is getting attacked by all these clowns. And so basically it's like the creepy clown thing from 2016 in real life, but if it just went off the rails, like escalated. So I think what would happen as far as the plot would be, okay, the clowns take this kid hostage.
With
Police
squeaky mallets.
Yeah. They're all in clown gear, and like I think it'd be at like a farmhouse so that lots of people can gather and stuff, almost like a Waco type hostage thing.
Do 10 of them get out of a really tiny car?
Yeah, the crazy clown things.
Like the clown aspects in it, like them bringing the kid's family like in what looks like a clown car, and you have like 10 clowns get out as well as the kid's family. Little things like that in a dark comedy would be funny.
Yeah. So I think the first thing that happened, police are there. So it's just police, it's not FBI or something. So the neighborhood comes by, like normal people, and also clowns come by, like local clowns, local people, and they get into a big fight, like on the scene. There'd be like clown things happening, but I don't think there'd be all out murder brawl. Yeah, it'd just be enough to like make the news. And then I think what would happen is like all clowns throughout the country would start swarming this area.
It'd be like Burning Man, but for clowns.
Yes, and then people who hate the clowns too would come, and so I think at one point the clowns who have the family hostage would like use like a magic trick to bring out one of the people somehow, like a hostage release, and they're in like a box, and they trick like the cop guy into thinking that their head got chopped off.
Oh, jeez.
And so they shoot the clown, and he's got like the things that he's pulling out, like the long balloon wire thing, and then it's connected to his guts, and now he's pulling out his intestines, and then he falls and he's dead.
He's handkerchiefing his own intestines out, pretty
Yeah.
much, is what you're saying.
And so, and then it turns out that the hostage was obviously okay.
Mm.
And then maybe that's the trigger that just causes this just chaos brawl and like hundreds of clowns getting gunned down and attacking people, and like
You have one of them get shot in their flower, and instead of squirting water, it just shoots out blood everywhere.
yeah.
Oh
So,
no.
and so basically what would happen is in the end, like all of the people who are not clowns get off, and the media just covers it as these evil clowns. Like there's never ever a hint that the clowns are innocent at all. It's all like these are creepy people, gross people, and look at how gross this event was, and yay, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Like it's just picture a scene. Like that's the thing. I like the idea of making it really absurd. So like just make the regular people like the villains. But like, why are they acting like that's ridiculous? Like you're somehow rooting for the clowns. It's weird that you're rooting. But then like just like have a scene where like he's got a pie, and he's just trying to throw a cream pie, and then just like firing squads.
I think what would help is if all of the
Confetti going everywhere.
high pitched voices,
Yeah.
style voices.
Yeah.
Like nobody gets out alive. Nobody fucking gets out alive.
And at some point they decorate like the farm animals in clown makeup, and there's this tense gun stalemate, and all of a sudden like a horse in like rainbow makeup just sort of wanders in between.
He's coming right for us. Shoot, although said we had to put him down. Did you see what they did to him? They had to put him out of his misery.
He had a balloon animal gun.
Yeah.
The balloon pops, and I think it's a bullet. And,
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, all sorts of shit like that. And then the other thing I think is that, so like if you have all of these clowns there, some of them are going to be evil, like a handful.
Some juggalos in the mix.
So like a bunch of guns. Yeah, so occasionally somebody will get stabbed by a clown or something, and the media focuses on that and says it's all of the clowns are this evil. Like, so there's just enough violence on the clown's end that the media can focus on that to distort it into to paint the clowns as the bad guys.
What would be even funnier if because let's say this is a high pressure situation, so media is on the scene already, so they're covering that stabbing like right there. But behind the stabbing, they do a macro shot, and you can just see 100 clowns cowering and getting beat up by regular people, while this one dude is stabbing one regular person, and it's just like there's been a majority of clown against regular people violence, and they just like zoom out, and you see all the clowns getting fucked up, and just the one clown fighting back, and you're like just like showing that really absurd angle. You know what I mean?
I also like that maybe the police or FBI guy is like, he's like a super coiffed, like metrosexual type. He wears like face makeup to the extreme, and like maybe his makeup person used to do clown makeup, and so they're secretly on the side of the clowns. So like there's always things going wrong with the police guy, like the mic that he's talking into, he bumps it and it honks like a clown's horn. And like there's always clown things going wrong with his press conferences and stuff.
At the end of
I thought maybe at some point his like face makeup during the fiasco, he's like yelling and sweating. He's saying, "Kill all these fucking clowns," and his face makeup starts to like drip down, and it reveals like a clown makeup underneath.
The hair dye starts running out, and now you can see that his hair is actually rainbow colored and stuff like
Joker in the first Batman, where he puts on the skin colored makeup.
Yeah, but like he freaking like at the end, like when the mob starts turning on him, he's like, "I didn't ask for this. My father was a clown." Like, they're good people. They're good people. They're good hardworking people.
Turns into Avatar. It's like he's got to protect the clowns.
Yeah.
Running with wolves.
You got to use every part of the balloon animal.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Any comments, Dylan?
No, I like that. I like that idea.
you have a cop that actually has some ties to the clowns themselves. I like that.
Sergeant Sprinkles. What was his name? What would his clown name? What, like, that's the thing. That's like the first, like, they're like Sergeant Funny Bottom. Was
No,
on the
I had
case.
thought that the cop hates clowns,
Mm.
but the makeup person is secretly on the side of the clowns.
I
Like
got you.
they're
So
like the
she's
mole.
sabotaging. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
she's
mole.
sabotaging him.
She's their guy on the inside,
and like
basically.
just like embarrassing him all the time, not like evil sabotage.
Yeah, just like sits down and a whoopee cushion goes off. Stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I like that. There's been a lot of stuff around like evil clowns. Like there was a movie I watched called Stitches. It kind of had a similar thing, but it was more along the revenge vibe of a clown that died at a child's birthday party.
Mm.
But it kind of focused on the same thing, but it focused on, hey, these people were being assholes to begin with. So
Mm.
I actually like your idea.
It's like a heist movie, kind of. You know what I mean? It's like Ocean's 11. Like you could make it a little bit near the end, that maybe like Ocean's 11 for clowns, kind of. Where like they're like, all right, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right.
Yeah.
And, like they have like the scene where they're like getting the gear, and they like grab a balloon gun off the town. They grab their pie, like they're loading up all the gear into briefcases and everything, all professionally.
But they're also getting all clown gear too.
Yeah. That's just like all the like they're shoving a cream pie into their suitcase, and like instead of it like actually like sitting, how like gun cases have like foam for it to like sit in there nicely and stuff. Like they close the case and it just squishes. Like they completely fuck the pie. Like just antics, but trying to make it look serious the whole time. You know what
There's
I
a
mean?
scene of him putting on the shoes.
And then flopping down. Oh shit! Trying to run away from police in those shoes would not be, would not be ideal.
All right, guys, I gotta let you go. My phone's about to die.
Okay. Any comedy shows you guys want to promote?
I run a weekly show. It's an open mic at Sticks in Depot Town in Ypsilanti, Michigan. The show starts at 7:30. It's a free show. I put out a weekly flyer with the names of the confirmed comics. So if you ever want to confirm early, get your name on the cool flyer, hit me up.
I'm on my 40-leg tour. I'm doing 40 shows throughout the month of November. I'm on show 5 tonight, but otherwise I'm not doing anything big to promote.
If you guys want to follow me on Instagram at the_not_so_good_wrestler, no caps, and then just Josiah Garcia on Facebook. I also run, right now I'm running a mic. It's kind of been bi-monthly is the most I've ran it so far. It might just be monthly for right now, out in Coopersville. At Champs Bar and Grill. It's called the page is Allendale Comedy Open Mic on Instagram and Facebook, but it's in Coopersville. So we're trying to figure out a new name. But yeah, I try to reach out to all the comics myself. So if anybody's interested, reach out to me. Otherwise, I try to get the funniest people I can have on them.
I'm doing a contest in the Upstairs Lounge Comedy Showcase on Drinksgiving, November 27th in Battle Creek. 32 comics competing for a $400 cash prize. And then I have a thing on Twitch called Gaming McFitness, where I build video game controllers into fitness machines, and then I stream video games.
This has been a production of Planet Amp Podcast, powered by Pinecast.